God, sorry. Testing, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Good. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear us?
I can still hear the bag crinkling.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think we're good now. All right, let's transition. Hi everybody. Here we are. Kaboom Comics. Kaboom Tube. Not officially Kaboom Tube.
That's this Sunday.
This Sunday we are having another podcast. This Friday we are having a live auction / claim sale, and today we're having a live video going over the new comics. So a bunch of live stuff this week. This is a very lively week.
I see what you did there.
So here we go. We are gonna go over tomorrow. Is gonna be a pretty big new comic book day. There's a lot of titles, a lot of variant covers, a lot of new number ones. Majority of it is Marvel. Marvel has a big week this week.
Yeah.
Keep in mind though, I think we're still missing a few other comics.
Our diamond shipment was only partial. We're missing
it was
probably, I'd say, like a quarter to a third of it.
Yeah, so delayed. We'll be getting that tomorrow. But we should. Yeah, I mean it's not a lot of titles, just a few.
Yeah, and the indies and stuff. So I'm pretty sure those are only specific titles that certain of our customers are looking for. So it shouldn't affect everybody.
All right, so without further ado, let us begin the new comic book day, sponsored by Germ-X. Do you need to sanitize 99.9% of your hands? Use Germ-X. Hey Jaime, you haven't missed much. We're just starting.
It has the nutritions on the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you can eat it.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, don't eat it.
Just kidding. So tomorrow's a big new comic book day.
Gonna start with some of the indies right here.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Also, if you guys have a pool, I finally have paper and pen. So if you guys have a pool with us and you want to add a certain comic or title or cover to your pool, let us know. I will write it down so I can remember by the time I get to the front. If you guys don't know what a pool is, it is a subscription that we have. Basically, you have to add a minimum of 5 different titles being literal comic book titles. So there's Amazing Spider-Man, there's Web of Spider-Man, there's Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Those 3 would be 3 different titles, even though they're all Spider-Man. Batman, Detective Comics, Batman Urban Legends, also 3 different titles. So that would be what a title is. You choose a minimum of 5 every time they are released, which is DC's on Tuesdays, and everything else is on Wednesdays. They all have their own set weekly, bi-weekly, monthly release dates. Each comic is different, so each week you'll get something different depending on the titles you get. And basically, before we put them out on the wall for the public, before release date, of course, we put them in your pool. You have a tab dedicated to your pool subscription list. So let's say you want Amazing Spider-Man in your pool. Oh, we only got 2 left. That means this person gets 1. There's only 1 left for the wall. It's completely free. You get first dibs. You also get a discount on all new comics, and you also get the advantage of us being able to hold stuff for you, because unfortunately we don't do holds unless you are a pool member. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to message us or let us know. And if you want any of these titles or comics in your pool, let us know. I'll write it down. Kaboom is the best place to pick up your pool from, hands down. Thank you, Jaime.
Fist bump him.
Fist bump.
Fist
There's
bump
two
him.
for
There's
both of
two,
us.
Yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's get started. We have Animal Crossing. Just kidding. Animal Castle. This is issue number 2.
And please don't go into this comic expecting it to have the same tone as something like Animal Crossing, because this is actually a adult comic book with a lot of...
It's supposed to be like Animal Farm?
It's like, yeah, it's like an animal society, and it's pretty scary and violent.
It's brutal. I mean, look what's going on. You got the little dogs carrying a big old
It's a sheep
bull.
and what looks like, I think that's a goat, and they're pulling this big bull.
Because there's that hierarchy of power.
It's like a classism, but specific animals and everything. We're
Where
happy
he's-
to help you out,
he's-
Saul.
They're
Sorry.
reading your comment, Jaime. Thank you. Having a pool has helped me tremendously. Yes, Saul, one of our new pool members, and he's taken great advantage, as you should. He's getting all his titles, his books, his covers. Saul, remember, if there's anything you want, let us know. All right, so let's continue on. Animal Crossing. Just kidding.
Animal crackers in mass.
So Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 86. This is the regular cover A. Very brutal. Is he being attacked by spiders?
Looks like it. But I hear that, I'm not keeping up with this one, but I hear that like Ben Reilly is kind of like losing his mind. That
As he should.
he's like a corporate sponsored superhero, actually. That the whole thing where it's called Beyond is the name of the company that sponsors him.
Yeah.
And that's why he has such like high-tech gear and outfits and stuff like that. So that's why
He doesn't believe in the great power comes great responsibility.
and he realized why they ended up hiring him, because apparently he's mentally unstable. So they believe that if that's the case, if anything should go wrong, he's a good scapegoat that's outside of their hands, that it's like, oh, he just was unstable, you know, it's not our fault, he just lost his mind or something. So like he realizes that, and now he's like losing it even more. So yeah, Amazing Spider-Man, yay!
So horrible. All right, and then we have these new variant covers. So Marvel's coming out with these what is it, like homage variants, where they're basically having these famous artists of today doing an homage cover swipe of, you know, the comics of then. So this is not Bagley, but the original is Bagley, or Badgley, however you want to call them, Bagley.
Vaguely.
And this is done by, I have no idea who, but
I love.
but yeah, this is supposed to be the second appearance of Carnage, that one cover. Amazing Spider-Man like 362.
I love the solid black on Spidey's costume.
Yeah, I like it too.
Looks really nice.
So yeah, this is an homage variant.
Very
Super
nice.
cool. Yeah, you guys are gonna see a few of those, some really cool ones. All right, up next we have another indie title. Is this Aerosmith?
Not the band.
What issue number is this?
Number 1.
Okay, so it's
number
a new number 1.
1. Yeah.
What flag is that?
That's what's it called? The 13 colonies. Isn't
Yeah.
It?
You're a history teacher now.
I'm a history teacher.
All right, up next we have Avengers 52.
Avengers of Wemble.
Avengers. Can I get that last ASM homage variant, please? Yes, sir. Let me write down your name. Mark Alejandro.
Would you go to Buffalo Wild Wings if it was
Free? Yes.
no, but if it was instead of like it's sponsored by Mark Ruffalo, so they made it into Ruffalo Wild Wings.
Of course.
And
I've
his
never
face
actually
is
gone
everywhere.
there, so I think that would convince me to go there.
The Ruffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
Just a picture of his face, like
We used to have a dog named Bark Ruffalo,
that's pretty good.
but we stole it from SNL.
Oh, I guess it's not as cool anymore.
I mean, it was when Bill Hader would do the Stefan bit on the
Bill
Weekend
Hader.
Update.
I love
and,
Bill Hader.
And he would always say like, oh, like, you know, the next biggest thing, and he's like with his new dog, Bark Buffalo, or something like that. And it was a funny name, so we decided to steal it. Plus, I love Mark Ruffalo. But yeah, if also, in case you guys don't know, we have a certain amount of these. So if you want to add certain covers and someone claims it, you know, to put in their pool, and you're like, oh, I wanted that one, we might have another one. So still let us know. If we don't have another one, we'll let you know. But some of these, you know, we do have multiples of. Some of them we only have one of each. But yeah, don't feel what's the word? Hesitant to let us know if you want it in your pool. All right, up next we have another Avengers variant cover. Where's Tristan?
I'm surprised. It's just a classic cover.
Yeah.
I love classic covers where it's just a showcase of the team. It's good stuff.
All right, up next we have a new #1. Speaking of Benjamin.
Speaking of the Spider-Man losing his mind.
We have Ben Reilly Spider-Man #1. Finally his own self-titled book. The Return of Peter Parker's Clone. Oh, that's all he's known for.
It's interesting. Like, his costume is the classic costume. His classic costume.
Yeah.
The one that he got after he was the Scarlet Spider and all that stuff. Is this, like, short stories or something like this? Is this one of those
I think
things?
it's an actual like miniseries thing.
Okay, I was just wondering if this takes place, like, is
In
it
the
still...
same...
Because his costume is different. I'd imagine that this is,
Yeah.
like, a different, like, period in his life.
Who knows?
Pick it up. Find out.
I like that the title though is like the 90s Spider-Man font.
It almost looks like Howard Chaykin. I don't think it would be.
All right, up next, everyone's favorite cute artist. Not that he's cute, but his art is cute.
Peach Momoko.
No, Scotty Young.
I know.
Classic. Love it. Look at that web. It's so big.
I know. It's bigger than him.
It is. All right, and then we have another variant cover. We also have incentives, but we'll get to that at the end. Got to show the American flags. This is the city that he runs in, that he flies in, swings in.
It reminds me of that weird part in Spider-Man 3.
With the flag?
Yeah, when Spider-Man...
And he's just like, doom, and he just like lands there. Need the Scotty Young. You got it, Jaime.
Like, that lady's like, look, it's Spider-Man. And he
then
shows
he's
up and
swinging.
it's just shot with the American flag. It's like, when has Spider-Man become this patriotic character? This is weird.
All right.
That's Spider-Man 3, and that movie is just weird.
Sam Raimi did what he could.
He apologized for it.
Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, and Black Knight. That's not a team-up you see very often. But then again, Marvel's so used to these random team-ups like Inhumans and Black Widow.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. It's very good.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Especially if you had like a complete set. It's really good. This is just weird though. It's Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, Black Knight.
Yeah.
Like, what do we put it under? Death of Doctor
Probably
Strange.
Death of
Put it in
Doctor
the
Strange
Ds, or do
tie-in.
we put it in the X for
I would
X-Men, or do
say
we put
Death of
D?
Doctor Strange because it's a tie-in. Like the Death of Doctor Strange Bloodstone, which we still have plenty of copies left, and it is a first appearance, and it is going for like $10 to $15 online.
Yeah, we're selling it for cover price.
Yeah,
so
you
don't
guys
worry
can
about
still
that.
get it at cover price. We have plenty. I ordered a lot just because I knew it was a first appearance, and I was like, yeah, people would want this, and nobody's buying it.
Don't say that. We're hemorrhaging money. All right.
Just don't resell it back to us. We have plenty. All right, then we have another variant cover.
Doctor Strange, Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, Black Knight. Variant cover. Enjoy.
And then we have The Defenders, issue number 5.
This is the last one, I believe.
The Masked Rider is finally revealed.
And then I looked through it in classic Al Ewing fashion. It's extremely trippy when you find out who he is.
Really?
Yeah, when you find out who he is and like what happens, it's just like, oh, crazy, man.
So is the Masked Rider like
I believe he's like a classic character.
So he never had a...
So you see what I mean about how weird that is? Like, trippy
I still don't
it
know
is?
who it is. That's crazy. Which comic was the first appearance that no one is buying? I'm curious. It is Death of Doctor Strange Bloodstone number 1. We still have it on our wall. It's from a week ago. About like 15 copies of each cover.
One thing I do want to say about this other cover real quick is, what's it called? It's Javier Rodriguez, and if I remember correctly, that guy did the art for like the first Or was that Rivera? You know what?
For
I
what?
don't want to say it and be wrong, like, and mislead people. I'm gonna look into it. Everybody.
All right, and then we have another variant cover. Love the Silver Surfer.
And that's Mike Allred. Everybody loves his covers.
Oh, you win.
Famous for making the Madman. Remember? Remember Madman?
The TV show? Just kidding.
Mad Men. I'm talking about Madman. Eternals
Who is this? Is this Thanos?
is Tejanos.
Why does he have that V on his head? Is he the last Airbender? Just kidding. All right.
He has a V on his head?
No, he has an arrow, but still. Up next, oh wow, is this a wraparound cover?
Yes, it is.
A second printing of issue 1? Or is it a third printing?
It doesn't say. I have to look on the inside.
It says right there on the black, we're on top of the barcode.
Oh, yeah. Second print.
Second printing of issue number 1. This is one of the scenes in the book. Pretty good. I love Ryan Otley and what he's doing in this book.
Yeah,
Very brutal.
Very few people do brawls as good as him.
Yeah, for sure. He did Invincible. Everyone knows that. So if you're a fan of Invincible, you'll be a fan of this art. This is Donny Cates. This is the next issue number 3. So I have been keeping up with it. It's kind of trippy. Has that Donny Cates flavor to it. But the art and everything in it is insane. It's very graphic and very brutal. Graphic as in like it's bloody. Like guts are pouring out. There's a scene where he's fighting Wolverine and his eyeballs popping out, and it's like it's insane.
It's pretty nuts.
But I mean, it's Hulk, so I mean, I don't expect him to hold back, I guess. It's like, I mean, in the comics, you know, he's bashing things, and like they don't show it, but this time he's bashing things, and it's like it's a whole thing. So yeah, this is Hulk number 3 by Donny Cates. Highly recommend it, guys. It's super good. We have multiple variant covers, so this is another variant cover. They've been coming out with these black and white sketch type variants that they've been doing.
It's Chung, right?
I don't think so. Is it?
I think it's Jim Chung.
Maybe. So yeah, we had like the Kate Bishop one, and then we have a Hulk one. And then remember when we mentioned the homage covers? How much for the black and white Hulk? Oh, it's gonna be cover price.
Yeah. If you
What is it, like $4.99?
Pop it in your folders. Let us know.
Let us know, so.
Take it.
Yeah, $3.99. Let us know if you want it. So just so you guys know, this book does have a cameo in it of a new character. So it's not a first appearance, but it's the first cameo of this.
Probably like the main antagonist for the comic.
Yeah. The homage, same price, cover price. I think it's either $3.99 or $4.99.
Yeah, these aren't incentives or anything like
This
that.
artist
We'll
I
get
do
to
know.
Sorry. We'll get to the incentives at the end, and we'll let you guys know
The
the
price
prices
range.
and stuff.
But yeah, this one's also cover price. We have a good amount. What's it called? So this does have a first cameo. So issue 6 has been announced that it would be the first appearance of this new villain, and basically he is the null. Oh, sorry, I put it over there. Null equivalent. Aaron. He's the null equivalent of, like, you know how Null is with Venom. That's basically what this character is to Hulk. God of the Hulks. I don't know.
I mean, how can you get more God than the previous with Immortal Hulk? And
I know.
I am the one above all, and all that crazy stuff.
So it's Donny Cates. You know what can go wrong? I mean, I'm very confident.
Smashtronaut.
So yeah, it's a first cameo, guys. So technically, it's a minor key maybe. But
We'll
if
see.
you guys want it,
Everybody went crazy for Null.
yeah.
And that's an expensive comic now.
This is the cameo. I guess we'll put it there. So let us know if you want it. All right, back to the indies. I love Guillaume March.
Yeah.
Laura.
He's a beautiful artist.
Yeah, he's also a great storyteller as well. Carmen, I loved it. Which cover did you want? So the homage or the black and white one? Or both of them? Let us know. I'll write your name and then I'll write down which one you want. Alright. Laura and other stories.
It's kind of funny how it says on the top, from the artists of Batman and the Joker.
I mean, he is the artist.
Yeah, but it's
Joker.
just weird because it's like, this is an Ablaze comic.
They do
Is
it
that
so
okay?
they can get the
mainstream people.
Yeah. They did the same thing with the artist of Something's Killing the Children, De La Vera, where he was doing some other random title, something about monsters.
Yeah, it was,
Or Walk with Monsters, I don't know.
Wasn't it like from that quote from Nietzsche?
I think so.
Those who fight monsters.
Yeah, something like that. All right, up next from Boom Studios, coming out with the book 505. I haven't kept up with it. I'm sorry. I think I left off on like issue 2. It's good though. I just haven't had time. I gotta read them all already. It's very interesting. This story. Basically, she's this girl and her sister go to a feminist retreat, and the main character is like, feminist, that's dumb. You do your thing. I'm gonna go to the bar and drink. She goes to the bar, and then of course the people at the bar, they do like a little, what is it?
Roofie?
Basically, yeah, and she ends up unconscious, like in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, stuff was happened to her, and she was assaulted, and then she finds out at this retreat, they're more than just feminist retreats. They're more like releasing your inner beast, and she ends up realizing that she has an actual beast. So, Animal Kingdom to my pool, please.
Animal Castle.
Animal Castle, sorry. Wait, where is it? It's over there.
Yeah, it's in here.
For Saul, got it, Saul. Animal Castle. It's the same thing. Animal Kingdom.
It's got a quote. It's got a quote in the back. It says, "The real question is not if you can beat them, but if you want to."
Crazy. All right, up next we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Morales.
Miles Morales. We got the regular cover. We have Miles and one of his clones. I'm not a fan of these clones.
Well, I'm sure it was a far more successful Clone Saga than the actual Clone Saga.
And then this variant cover, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really actually dig this cover.
It's like
the colors, the red and the blue, are just.
It's supposed to be like the, like what is it when the heat sensor type thing?
Oh, like thermal?
Yeah, basically, like how Predator sees people. All right, up next we have one of the big ones of this week, Moon Knight. Moon Knight, who's now gonna have his own show. They released a trailer yesterday. Looked pretty promising. Look forward to seeing it. And of course, this comic book has been doing pretty well. And yeah, here we have what's his name, Mr. Knight, one of his personas. Interesting. He's about to fight a whole group of villains. Look at that. How many villains are there? You got the Electro.
I can't tell.
Is that Dormammu? Who's the Firehead? Oh no, it's that Pumpkinhead. Yeah.
I think
there's a guy with the
hiatus.
With the ratchet.
That's the Wrecking Crew.
Oh my gosh.
And then
so
on the right's Tiger Shark.
And he's about to go through all of them. I believe it. I think he could take them all.
Is there a Moon Knight incentive?
I don't think so. I think it was just cover A.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Is there a Moon Knight incentive? No, unfortunately not. But yeah, Alien is on hiatus for now. They're on a little break. Mr. Knight or Mark? I think this is Mr. Knight, right?
Yeah, because Mark is like
the regular Moon Knight
stuff, and
yeah.
Mr. Knight is the guy who's like a gentleman.
Just so you guys know, they're all the same character. He just has a multiple personality disorder.
It's like when Fred Flintstone would get hit in the head with his bowling ball, and he'd become like a mob boss in one episode, and then he
that just one episode?
Yeah, like,
and it's become so notable to you.
No,
like it happens. It's like that one episode.
No, he hits his head, and it becomes different things. Like he was a race car driver and stuff. So like. I hope it's that funny.
And it had to be the Flintstones.
Oh,
hey, Amy.
Testing, Amy.
Do you mean that you're testing at school, or you're just testing the comment? I think she mentioned one time that she tried commenting and it wouldn't come up.
Oh, that's probably
That's probably it. Yes, Amy, we see you. You're there. But yeah, multiple personality disorder. All right, up next we have Primordial. Just kidding. Primordial. Right?
Yes, right. Primordial.
Primordial. Just in time when Amy is here. Just like it's Primordial. Just kidding. There's a Moon Knight anthology black and white miniseries. Is there? I haven't seen it.
That sounds cool though.
It's interesting. And black and white makes sense. Not like the black, white, and blood that they've been doing, but pure black and white. I mean, that's his character. Can I have Moon Knight in my pool? You got it, Saul. Can you pass me the Moon Knight, por favor?
Here you go. Moon Knight.
All right, up next we have Star Wars The High Republic. Now this is a one-shot, and it is the Galactic Bake-Off. Oh,
Wait,
red.
what? A galactic
I know.
bake-off? I see no baking. Oh, there it is.
I think red is still in the mini. Oh, it's always red.
Why can't it be black, white, and gray?
Galactic Bake Off Spectacular.
I
It
really
doesn't
don't-
look like it has anything to do with baking.
Yeah, strange. Very strange.
It's a one shot, so if you guys want to just read it just for funsies, there it is. All right, we have a new number 1. Did you give this to Amy in her pool? She-Hulk?
Of course.
She-Hulk number 1. I love Jen Bartel. Her art, I think it's always great. She has an iconic look to her art, and
her
I know
colors.
when she did the Women's History Month, I think, and she did those variant covers, and basically like the idea was that the characters were dressed in a wardrobe of basically the year that they were first released, whatever the style was back then.
That's cool.
So like I know Silk had like a modern, like I think she came out like in 2000 like
Yeah,
10 or something, 2014. So she had like a modern look.
She's in the
And,
70s though. She-Hulk.
Yeah. So She-Hulk was dressed up in like a I think she was wearing like a skirt type thing, and she had like she dressed. Oh no, she was wearing a pantsuit because she's a lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
It was the Justice League of Superheroes, a Legion of Superheroes crossover that I got missed.
Dang, who didn't give it to her?
I didn't work the DC polls that week.
Amy, we'll end this once and for all. Did Doctor Strange Academy come out this week? Yes, but I think we only had enough for pool members, right?
I think. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
It might be in the stack. The Liefeld cover. in all
Actually, I
of its
haven't been reading the
glory.
comments. Hold on. The comments. Am I able to not scroll? Can I not scroll the comments? I don't know what Aaron said.
He said that he can't wait for the She-Hulk.
Okay. Neither can we, Aaron. Did the need all those Hulk covers? All right, Jaime got you on that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I read it all. All right, so we got the Liefeld, everyone's favorite foot artist.
Black of foot artist. The anatomy again is just so bizarre. Like if you look at where Deadpool's
Chest.
gun hand is, like that means that his hand is pointing out like that, which means it's got to be like a 90-degree angle that his arm is holding it. which
Definitely
means his-
Liefeld always kept that 90s style.
Yeah.
Because I
never
look at this,
changed.
it looks like a 90s thing. I thought he was a chest artist. Oh yeah, that's true, with the Captain America.
Nobody tops that. Where he's like pregnant in the chest. It's crazy. Like he's got an alien in him.
All right, up next we have the what is it? Scotty Young cover. Gotta love Scotty Young.
Very, very cute.
Smashing through. And then we have Adam Hughes. You can never go wrong with Adam Hughes.
I agree.
What's it called? So She-Hulk is getting her own TV show as well. So maybe you guys might want to pick this up and kind of get an idea of where the She-Hulk character stands. I haven't actually looked through it, so I don't know if it's gonna be that whole like fourth wall breaking type thing. So we'll see. I'm interested in reading it. Up next we have Art Germ. Art Germ variant cover. This is an homage to her. I think it's issue number 1. And she's there breaking the fourth wall on the cover, where she's like, you know the drill, yada yada, X-Men comics. Because I think in the other one,
He's like, buy this comic or I'll tear up all your X-Men
yeah,
comics.
because she's telling the reader because she breaks the fourth wall. But yeah, this is the homage to the sensational She-Hulk. It even has the sensational in the background, but she's breaking out of it. Hope she doesn't have a fourth wall. She know Deadpool, but she did it before Deadpool, didn't she? The fourth wall break? Oh, was that?
At least on the covers. I've never read the old like 19.
Oh yeah, she does break the fourth wall. She calls out what's his name, John Byrne and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like jokingly, obviously.
Oh, that's funny. Well then, yeah.
But I don't know. Did Sensational come out before Deadpool? Before New
came out in
Mutants?
the 90s.
Is this also? Oh, but when did the fourth wall happen with Deadpool?
I don't know. We'd have to check on both those things.
Yeah, we'll Google it. She did before Deadpool.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Amy,
Thank you,
doing
Amy.
the heavy lifting for us. But yeah, that was to my understanding, is that she did it before Deadpool. And nobody knows about it. Nobody cares.
It's like that other really sad detail of like how everybody hates on Giant Man because he like backhanded Janet. but nobody is mad at Spider-Man for doing that same thing in the Clone Saga.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show how bad the Clone Saga was, because people are willing to sweep that under the rug.
Maybe we might talk about that during our podcast someday. All right, so Silk. So we got a new number 1, Silk number 1. You gotta love Cindy Moon. I can't wait for Silk. I know nothing about her. She's a very interesting character. She's a fairly new spider character. Basically, she was what was it? She got bit by the same spider as Peter Parker. So that same field trip that Peter Parker was on, Cindy Moon was there, and it's really cool. Like her first appearance, they talk about it, and it bit someone else. It so happened to be her, and it turns out that she obtained these powers. Her father was like a madman or something, and kind of trapped her in her room, and she's been locked there for like 15 years or something.
Yeah, it's a really strange backstory.
and it's weird. So, and then Peter basically has like these like senses that he needs to like help out this other spider character. Like, oh, something's going on. Like, I think someone needs my help. And then he goes, breaks her out. She comes out, ready to fight, and she's like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And he's just like, "Oh, he's been dead for years." And she's like, "What?" And like she's I think she's not wearing clothes, so she creates like a web type clothing, and she covers herself in silk, I suppose.
Well,
but the web comes out of her fingertips.
Fingers.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And basically, she's like that, and she's like fighting Spider-Man. And she's like, "Oh, like, who are you? I hate you." She's swinging away. She's like, "I'll find out on my own." And then Peter's chasing her, and then for some reason, because they were bit by the same spider, they have this sort of like attractiveness to each other.
Oh god.
So out of nowhere they just start making out.
Oh my god.
Like that same panel, and I'm like, what is this?
That is absurd.
But so because of that, they have some type of relationship, and it was during when Mary Jane wasn't in the picture, because they can never give Spider-Man what he wants.
I know, right?
So he's a single man, and he has that little fling with Silk, and then of course she moves on, and I think she starts working for the Daily Bugle, and she's also a successful reporter, and she just happens to be Asian American, so she's a very interesting character and a really good for representation. I always see them doing covers where she's like drinking like boba tea and stuff, and it's very neat. It's cool. All right, Tristan, finally you're here. The books I'm getting. Look at that long list.
We can't read all that out loud.
But that's a lot of books.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a big week. They say that she came out in the first Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the movies, huh?
Like in the background or something?
Maybe, I wouldn't
which
doubt
first Spider-Man are we talking about? There's 3
The
now.
Tobey Maguire. I didn't know you guys started early. Yeah, Tristan, we started a little earlier today just because it's a very big week. Which, speaking of, we should continue on. I'm sorry. So, Silk number 1. Sorry, I was babbling on. We got a variant cover here. I'm getting 9 books this week. That's big for me. I know, Amy. It's definitely a big week. A lot of new number 1s. It's going to be a new thing each week. Normally we start at 5:30. But just because of today that it's a big week, we just started early, so it just depends on the week. But all right, we have a variant cover. I like this cover, very neat. I like her outfit too. She wears a mask, for the pandemic. No, I'm kidding. She does it for her.
It's very rare that you get a female character that wears like a complete mask.
Yeah.
So it's a bit refreshing to see it when they're masked.
All right, up next, another number 1, Silver Surfer Rebirth. Notice that they're doing this little square now.
That classic square.
Yeah. Silver Surfer Rebirth. Silver Surfer, definitely one of my favorite characters. And then we have a variant cover. Of course, you can't have Silver Surfer without Thanos tearing his life apart. And then you have that black and white sketch type variant. I love Norrin Rad.
Yeah, he's pretty rad.
And then we have another variant. Of course, you gotta have Galactus there, also tearing up his life apart. And then, of course,
the Momokes.
I love it. I think this is a beautiful cover. She usually has more hits than miss, and this is definitely one of the hits. Is it supposed to be Silver Surfer Black?
I don't know, maybe.
All right, so Aaron wants every single Silver Surfer cover. Did he get it in his pool already or no?
We'll check.
All right, Aaron, you got it. Every Silver Surfer cover for you. All right, up next. This is actually a first appearance.
Oh yeah, it's a first appearance.
So many first appearances this week, and new number ones. That Momoko one is a must, definitely, highly agree. It's a beautiful cover. For those of you guys that are TMNT fans, this is a new first appearance of the...
Told you.
The what? Also, it is Jim Chung.
Yeah.
We'll show you at the end, Tristan. I'm sorry. We gotta continue on. But we'll show you in a little bit.
Mark Anthony.
Can I get Rebirth A and C? Alright, so A is... That's Moon Knight. A and C. Let me know if that is correct, and I'll throw it in there. This is for Mark Alejandro.
So yeah, this is the first appearance, like full appearance of the Teenage Mutant Punk Frogs. They're actually old characters from the 1980s cartoon. That's what this what's it called? This comic book is really famous for, is bringing in everything. Like, it has characters from the 80s show, characters from the 2000 show, characters from the old comics. It just grabs from everything. So it's kind of like a greatest hits of the Ninja Turtles. So yeah, like, you got these mutant frogs, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty great.
It's interesting, and there's more than 4 of them, right?
Yeah, there's supposed to only be 4, but like there's a lot there. What is that, like?
Man, I wish I kept up with TMNT, because I feel like it's not bad. Like, I feel like the whole storyline. I know they introduced Jenica, and it was a little
Weird.
It wasn't weird because, you know,
I got a blood transfusion, and I turned into a turtle.
Like, I mean, it was the only way. But
the only way.
Jenica's a very popular character. Is the Frog series a new series? No, it's
like spray painted.
Yeah,
over
they spray
the
painted it over.
It's Turtles 125.
Yeah, 125.
So it's a regular series.
And then of course you gotta have the Eastman variant cover. Yeah, issue 125.
This one they look a lot more menacing.
Yeah, Kevin Eastman could never go wrong. All right, up next we got Venom #1 second printing. This is actually the first cover appearance of the new character. You could see, what's his name, Meridius, something like that. Which is that guy with the horns. Spoiler alert, he was the first appearance in #1. So second printing, give him the first cover. First appearance and first cover appearance. We all know what happened when they did that with Null. Became a huge book, so who knows, maybe this one might be one to spec on. See where they go on with the character. And then of course Kang is featured when Venom is... Right now Kang is like the pinnacle of like the Marvel universe at the moment.
Yeah, he's like what everything is building towards against.
Yeah, because he's like this, not just in the movies, but in the... What was it? In the
Timeless?
Comics. Yeah, in the comics and stuff. And they show like a whole panel where Venom is like going through like time and space.
Yeah.
And he sees like glimpses, and then Kang just happens to be one of them. Jimmy Vasquez. Does Jimmy have a pool with us? I don't think so, right?
I don't remember.
Well, we have plenty of them, Jimmy. We actually ordered a lot of these.
Yeah.
The only thing that's super unfortunate is that I ordered 25 to obtain the 1 in 25, and they did not send us the 1 in 25. So I'm upset. Oh well.
It happens.
Hope to see Eddie fight Kang. That would be crazy. I mean, technically he's a god, right? So.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
All right, and then of course we have Venom 4, which is the continuation. This is the next issue. This is a new character that they're introducing as well. I don't remember the name, but there's also like Bedlam is another character that they're going to introduce. When is it available? Tomorrow. Tomorrow when we open. But yeah, this is a new character. And then remember when we mentioned the whole homage things? Well, they're coming out with this pretty awesome homage to Venom. What better way than to do an homage to his first appearance? And this is the first time that I've ordered a good amount of something that people would want, and we actually get all of it. So we got like a lot of these covers just because I know it's something everyone wants. Like, look at this. I mean, this is probably the cleanest homage to ASM 300 I've ever seen. It's all black. It's awesome. But remember, guys, so these are actually going to be 1 per person. I know I ordered a good amount, but I know this is going to be highly sought after.
You can already see it. It's like, add it to my poll.
Yeah. one of the best covers for this week, definitely. All right, so let me start writing it. Oh my God, too many.
All right, Francisco, Jaime, Saul, Mark, and Aaron all want it, and
All right,
Mark
so-
wants all of the variants.
So
I think that
Venom,
we only have 2 variants for their Venom.
yeah. Well, we have the incentives, which we'll show you guys in a bit. So Mark Alejandro wants all the covers,
Yes.
and Saul, right?
And Jimmy.
Jimmy, you gotta have a pull with us.
Does he have a pull?
Oh man, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
All right, hold on, I got lost. Aaron also wants one, right?
Yeah, Aaron wants one, Saul wants one, Francisco wants one, Mark wants one. But
Francisco Viramontes.
yeah, and he just wants that one.
Okay, the only one that wants all the covers is Mark, right?
Yeah. Also, Tristan apparently wants it too.
All right, no problem. Tristan, you're good. Oh, Tristan already has it in his pool. With the what's looking. All right, guys. So this is definitely. Wait, we're not done talking about it. It's a beautiful cover. So yeah, they've done so many homages to Todd McFarlane's cover, and
Who
so
did the art on this one?
I think it's a new
It
artist.
almost looks like McFarlane.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Let me
Oh,
see.
Aaron wants both covers. But yeah, guys, this is definitely gonna be a this cover in particular is gonna be a one per person. So we're gonna have them in the store. Westicle's gonna have them as well. Just so, but if you if you have a pool, you get that extra advantage, and you can get first dibs.
You're so pumped about it. You just
It's a pretty neat cover. I'm interested. It's because they sometimes overdo that homage cover all the time.
I think the best one was that Vampirella one we saw.
There's an Evil Ernie one too.
Oh my god.
It's so weird.
The Vampirella one was awful. And that's because like the Vampirella covers usually are like really cool.
The owner does live videos with Ramsey. You can't say anything.
Who?
The
What?
owner of Dynamite.
No, that's fine.
Nick Bellucci.
Oh, that's cool. Like I
Barucci.
said, one thing, one cover. One
He's
cover.
gonna be like, you know what, Ramsey?
You know that
We're not
Matthew
doing-
guy you got hired. Why don't you let him go?
Jaime, we got you covered, Jaime.
Okay, honestly, I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. But yeah, this cover, I love it. I love it so much, I'm just gonna write on it. Just kidding. All right, let's continue on. I told you guys it's a really big week.
It is.
Get to Tristan rushing us. Get to X10 Lives of Wolverine already. Us people don't got all day. Just
Us
kidding.
people.
We're almost there, Tristan. I promise. It's a big week. All right, up next, we have.
Villains for hire.
Look at them. Look at them helping people. I do like seeing Rhino help people, but it's a little weird seeing Taskmaster carrying a little kid.
I know of all the characters, and then what is that? That's that new symbiote.
yeah.
Agony. Like holding up some guy. He's like, "Thank you."
So this is a Devil's Reign tie-in,
love the
issue
dollar
number 1.
signs.
I think it's a miniseries, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be like maybe 4 issues or something.
I just love the dollar signs around for hire. Like they're clearly in it for the money. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
that's funny.
That's pretty funny.
But here they are. They're helping people. It's so good. Saul says he wants this cover. You got it.
We also have the variant cover, which is like another homage cover, but this one's to what do you call it? The Ultimates,
Yeah, with
Captain America.
but this is a U.S. agent.
yeah,
So he's a villain.
I guess. Like he was never a villain as far as I know until they made that show, and he wasn't even a villain in that show.
He was just he did one villainous act.
I wouldn't call it villainous. It
He
was an act.
beheaded someone.
Yeah, somebody who was a terrorist.
Their organization was to fight for
Yeah, by blowing people up.
I know they always got to take it up a notch. They're always
That's
like,
what I mean. And they also
Yeah.
just killed his best friend, so it's like
it wasn't him. Just
that
kidding.
doesn't matter. Their
And
organization.
it's so sad because he tells the story of how Captain America, he looked up to him and stuff, and then Captain America ends up being the one that beheads him and kills him. Like, it's so sad. Like, that whole episode was brilliant. Like, they did such a great job. But, by the way, we're talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I hope this isn't a spoiler. It came out.
It's been out for a while.
Almost a year ago. But, man, it's so crazy. But I mean, hopefully they do them right in the future movies. All right, so Saul wants this cover instead. Cover B. All right, up next, back to the 10 Lives of Wolverine. So these are kind of mixed. I don't even think we have any cover A's, right? Those are probably for the poll members.
Yeah.
Now give us a new Ultimate line, Marvel. Oh yeah, for sure. All right, 10 Lives of Wolverine. We got this brilliant cover right here.
Looks like straight out of an animated show.
Yeah, it's a nice cover. This isn't the incentive. Was there incentive? How many of these did we get?
We got a lot of different covers. That's
yeah,
why we
I
gotta
know.
take
There's
a look
so
at
many.
them.
I know. We gotta take a look. All right, and then this is the homage. Of course, you gotta have that classic homage of the first appearance of Wolverine. Told you guys a lot of cool homages that they're doing.
They have quite feminine hips, don't they?
Let them.
Let them. It's fine.
You have what's his name? Wendigo.
Wendigo back there with the little hourglass shape.
Oh my god.
Hey, look at Hulk.
He's a
booty.
creature.
Look at Hulk.
It is a little weird looking, like his, like the lining of his like where his buttocks is, and it lines up to his feet. Like it's like a question mark. No, but
It has me questioning this.
and then of course everyone's favorite collage artist Garson, or is it Garcin? I don't know. He's known for always doing those collage types. You know, he did it with Venom. He's done it with Spiderman. So this is 10 Lives of Wolverine, or X Lives of Wolverine, however you want to call it. And to my understanding, this is like there's 10 different versions or variations of Wolverine.
Well,
and
I think like historically, like it's just the different lives he's lived, right?
basically, and there's like, it looks like it's tied into X-Men. They show that that classic war stuff where Jimmy. What the heck? This might actually be kind of interesting.
Oh, well,
I never really got into Wolverine, but
the regular Wolverine title
is this
really good.
Omega Red?
It looks like it.
But as an old man.
Maybe. He's got the little Omega
his
symbol on his
little
forehead.
things are all like crumbly looking.
You know, that was another character I forgot to say, like add to my list when we were talking about favorite characters.
Oh,
I
Omega
said,
Red?
Yeah, no, not Omega
Oh,
Red. Wolverine. I said, what's it called? Daredevil, Batman, Spider-Man, Black Cat, Black Widow, and Catwoman. And then I was like, there's one more I can't remember. It was Wolverine. Wolverine's right up there.
You love Hugh Jackman's portrayal of the film
Yeah,
Wolverine.
Yeah. My only problem is that he's too tall.
He's too Australian for us.
I want a short guy that's hairy.
I still love him. I thought he
he's
did good.
fantastic.
His
His
little cameo
performance is amazing.
in the X-Men First Class, where he's
Yeah.
like in the bar and they're like, "Oh, so we're building a team," and then he like tells
Says
them
what
to
he
go-
says.
Yeah, and he has like the cigar. It's such a perfect cameo. Like that's so perfect. They just threw him in there like, "All right, Logan, we got you on set," or Hugh Jackman.
I think it's sad that he can't smoke cigars anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because like it's like a Disney
Can you
thing,
pass
I
me the
guess.
Garson? Aaron wants it. All right, you got it, Aaron. And then of course we got the trading card variant. We have that classic Wolverine. This is how he looked during his first appearance.
I love how it actually says Department H Wolverine on the bottom. That's a cool detail.
If you show, let me see. How does the back look? I think the back has like more details. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's
Each
so cool.
each issue. It says top secret. Look, it has his first appearance there. The original first appearance.
It also shows the original team Wolverine was in the other one. The M&Ms.
Oh my god, I thought this was real. I was like,
The
oh
M&Ms,
man,
yeah.
what team was he in?
You don't remember this?
The X-Men?
Yeah, this was what's it called in the 70s? You know, he's got really popular for doing.
I thought
that.
it was an envelope. Mark Alejandro also wants 10 Lives of Wolverine. The Garson one? Alright. The homage. Got it. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of covers for Wolverine. We still have more. Here, I'll take these off your hands.
This is when he was. What was that group? Because there's
X-Factor.
Sabretooth and Maverick there. I can't remember the name of the team.
This one's an interesting one, too.
Yeah, but it was like an old Black Ops thing. Yeah, this is what I mean about Lives of Wolverine. Like, there's Weapon X, the classic whiskers from his first appearance.
Alpha Flight?
It's not Alpha Flight, because Alpha Flight was that Canadian superhero team
Yeah.
that he was a part of. And this
Wolverine
was
is
a different
technically
thing.
Canadian, right?
Yeah, he is Canadian, which is cool.
Technically?
Because,
No, I'm kidding.
like, it's just cool because, like, I'm sure Canadians can at least feel like there's not a lot of superheroes.
I think
that
it's
are
in one of the
Canadian.
movies where they mention it, or he's like, well, when they're trying to like recruit him, he's like, "Won't you want to fight for your country?" And he's like, "I'm from
I'm
Canada,"
Canadian.
or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's funny. And then Hugh Jackman's Australian, so he plays it off pretty well. But there's a lot of cool covers.
I'm an Australian playing a Canadian.
This is the last cover that we have, the Stormbreaker variant by Joshua Kasara. This one's a pretty neat cover, very simple.
Man, you could like sand down stone with that chin. It's so rugged and manly.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
The reason toxic masculinity exists is because of Wolverine.
No,
I'm kidding.
He's a good man. That's
Yes,
the point.
he
Is that
is.
he has all of the traits that, like it's like Sabretooth and him are the opposite. Sabretooth is their like representation of like toxic masculinity, and Wolverine has all of the
Same things.
the opportunities
He's
physically
rugged and all that.
to take do those things, but he doesn't because he's a good man.
I would also say that they never want to give him the happy ending that he deserves. He can never have the loved one that he wants.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, during his run where his wife passed or died, and
Sabretooth killed his wife.
and then he can never have Jean Grey because she's married.
She's
No,
with the Klops.
the clubs. How much for that variant? Cover price, Saul. I think it's a big book, so it might be like $5.99.
It's probably $5.99. Yeah, $5.99.
Yeah, these books are pretty hefty. All right, up next we have Devil's Reign X-Men tie-in, another #1.
X-Men.
This one features Elektra, not as Daredevil for some reason, and Emma Frost.
I didn't even think about that when you brought it up. I was like, oh yeah.
And then this is another variant with Emma Frost. What sucks about speaking of 10 Lives of Wolverine, there was a 1 in 25 which we did not get, and it had Wolverine, X-23, and Bacon. At a laundromat, and I guess they're waiting for their clothes, and they're just there like Wolverine.
moody.
Logan's just there in the middle, and like the other two characters are just there like in their own business, and it was a pretty great cover, and we didn't get it, so I'm also upset about that.
Oh.
I wanted it, but I'm sorry. Okay, all right, guys. So that concludes this. Now we're gonna go on to the incentives. So let's see.
Did you get the Stormbreaker Wolverine?
For David Ramos. Yeah, got you. One of our pool members. Thank you, David, for watching us. All right. Did we get any Spawn this week?
King Spawn's supposed to come out this week, but
It was one of the books that we didn't
It was one
get.
of the ones that was missing. So
Okay, yes.
we'll get it tomorrow, so we'll see how quickly we can bring it to the shelf.
Yeah. All right. So let's get through these variants. Let's see which one. Oh my God. Which one should we do first? Let's do She-Hulk first. We got the 1 in 25. Who is this? Jurgens?
I think so. It says that right. Jurgens breeding.
Yeah. So this is the 1 in 25. You have classic She-Hulk along with classic Imbraggable Crunk. No, I'm kidding. Incredible Hulk.
Imbraggable Crunk.
All right. Up next we have the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I think this is the 1 in 10. It's actually a pretty neat designer variant. They're starting to improve the designers a little bit.
I like the notes. That
Yeah.
makes it worthwhile.
For sure. It looks like they're actually showing you
The process.
the idea, yeah. Ben Reilly Spider-Man 1 in 10. And then we have the 1 in 25, which is this like watercolor type paint style of
it's
art.
pretty nice.
I like that though. Is it the web sticking to the wall that's helping him stick, like keep his balance? Is there web coming out of his fingertips?
I don't know.
It looks like it.
It looks like that, yeah.
All right, up next we have, this one's a pretty cool one. One of my favorite modern artists right now. I see him doing some stuff and I think it's really great. He's doing some great stuff. John Boy Myers, I think is his name.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Venom 1 in 25, which is a pretty awesome looking cover. Swim Meet is going to have a dual meet with Westlaco East. Ooh, Westlaco High versus Westlaco East. That's my high school, Westlaco East. My old high school. I don't go there anymore. I graduated 10 years ago. That's great, Tristan. Good luck. All right, up next. So we got Venom 1 in 25. I like the feet on this one. Look at the claws. Look at the
claws.
I just want to admire this cover a little bit more. Hold on. Beautiful. 1 in 25. All right, and then the last but not least, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 86. 1 in 25. This is a nice cover, I guess.
I really like this cover.
As much as I'm not big on Ben Reilly, it shows him and his partner, who for some reason is also a redhead, just like Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So it confuses me. But I'm like, what's Mary Jane doing hanging out with Ben Reilly? But of course, she has the short hair. and she's stitching up Ben Reilly as he sews his.
I'm guessing he's like knitting, like not knitting, like
sewing.
fixing his costume.
Yeah, probably got ripped. How much for the Venom incentive? Not sure yet, but this one will be a first come first serve. Probably like $40-50. I saw what it was going for. Maybe we just do $10 less than what it goes for online, just so we could sell it faster. We're hemorrhaging money. Just kidding.
Hemorrhaging money.
We'll let you know, Saul. But yeah, this one we got 2 of them, but one of them is for Westlaco, so one of them's ours. So this one would be a first come first serve. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 86. I like this cover. It's a very nice looking cover. It's beautiful. The art is very neat as well.
Yes, very Norman Rockwell. That's a good point.
What do you guys think of the new Amazing Spider-Man series that's going to be by Seb Wells? I heard about it, and it's going to start off from number 1 again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And John Romita's going to be...
Wait a minute.
So I don't know what the last issue of this run is going to be.
Well, it's at 887. You know they're going to go back to 900 pretty quick.
It is weekly. So
yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know if they go back to 1, that's fine, but it's going to go right back to
Zeb
900.
Wells. The name sounds familiar. I don't know what they do.
I don't know either.
But obviously John Romita, never heard of him. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Zeb Wells is doing Spider-Man right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so the only new thing about it is that John Romita Jr. is just going to be doing the art,
which I like. Like, I know John Romita Jr. is like an artist that some people like, some people don't, and I just feel like when I grew up reading Spider-Man, it was him doing the art, and you know I got a soft spot for him. So him coming back to do Spider-Man is like kind of an incentive for me to jump back in, because I don't think anybody draws Spider-Man quite like he does. That's just me, though.
I mean, let's see if he sticks to his roots. No, I'm kidding. All right, so that concludes this. Oh,
that's a Venom, right?
Oh yeah, that's the Venom one. I put this aside for me. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. This concludes our video. If you guys have any other questions, send us messages. Me and Matt will be here, and I think that's it. Friday we'll be having a live claim sale / auction. And Sunday is our podcast, and I believe that's it. Tomorrow's New Comic Book Day. We are opening at 11 a.m. here in McAllen. You'll be here, right? You and
Leah's
Leah.
Gonna be opening, but I'll be here at 1.
Okay.
So
hopefully I could see a regular time. Yeah, sorry about that, Tristan. Apologies. Thank you guys. Well, yeah, it's a very big week. We can't wait to see you guys, and that should be it. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.